Okay, so in this question, we are forming and solving an equation, but it's something a little bit different in this question. It says here's a rectangle. You can see on the rectangle here, we have some algebraic lengths here and here, and we have the letter y at the top. It says all measurements are in centimetres. The area of the rectangle is 48 centimetres squared. Show that y is equal to 3. You've got to be really careful on a question like this, because a lot of people, when it says show that y is equal to 3, might think that in a question like this, you could write the number 3 here and use that to find the area, or use it backwards to find the area. Now, in a question like this, when it says show that something is equal to 3, really, we want to completely ignore this. We want to find y. And if y equals 3, we'll have shown it. But we don't want to use y equals 3 as a way of showing, for example, the area is 48. So I'll come back to this show that part, but let's imagine the question says find y. And how would we approach it this way? So we don't know that y equals 3 anymore. I've got to look at the shape. There's two ways that I can create an equation. I can either add all the pieces together if it's equal to the perimeter. I can times lengths together if it's equal to the area. And that might catch us here because I could times these together, potentially, to give an expression for the area, or the other two, but that would create two letters within that equation. Now, typically, we only have one unknown letter, unless we're dealing with simultaneous equations. So if I can create an equation with just one letter, that's going to be preferable. So on a rectangle, we know that opposite sides, like these two, are equal. And these opposite sides here are also equal. But the algebra on those sides are written as different expressions. We have 2x plus 6 and 5x minus 9. But we can say, all right, well, we know that 2x plus 6 has to be equal to 5x minus 9. And we have created an equation that can be solved. So to solve this, we want to subtract the smallest coefficient of x, or the smallest x from both sides. That leaves us with 6 is equal to 5x take away 2x is 3x minus 9. We want to isolate the x, so we want to add 9 to both sides. That's going to leave that x over there on its own, or that 3x. So 15 is equal to 3x. We can now divide by 3, and that'll tell us the value of 1x. And when we divide both sides by 3, we get 5 is equal to x, or x is equal to 5. Now we can use that 5 to find out the side length. So this side now, we can substitute 5 into that side. 2 lots of 5, I'll write this out in full, 2 times 5 plus 6 gives us a side length of 16. I don't need to also substitute that into the other side, because we have already said the opposite sides are the same, so the other side is also 16. And if you did sub 5 into the other side, you'd have got 5 times 5, which is 25, take away 9, which is 16. So either way, we'd have got this answer of 16. Now back to the question where it's told us the area is equal to 48. Now a rectangle, when working out the area, is length times width. So the length, 16, multiplied by the width, y, is equal to 48. To solve that, to find the value of y, we would have to divide by 16, and that does give us y is equal to 3. So that final step there shows that y has to equal 3 if the area is 48, which we are told that it is. So although we have ignored the show that y equals 3 and instead found y equals 3, we have in that process shown that y must be equal to 3. So lots of things to think about there in terms of how to form the equation when we have two sides that are equal but the expressions are not written equal. And we had some substitution and this whole concept of showing something is a particular number rather than just using it. Because what you could do is you could say, well, if y is 3, the length has to be 16. And then have written 2x plus 6 equals 16, solved that to find x equals 5, and used a process like that. But that doesn't really show that y equals 3. It assumes that y equals 3. So there we go, a slightly different approach, different things to think about there, and that was forming and solving equations, and again, all this sort of algebra within here, we've not actually had to use a calculator. If you want all 9 questions like this in one place, then grab my Revise 9 revision grids completely free. Click the link in the description, create your free account, and unlock them inside Upgrade or TGMT4T. Simply head to the Revise 9 tab, select Higher or Crossover, and download them instantly.